Thanks for joining me. Give everyone a chance to join, see how everyone's going. Let's give it a minute or two. Hope you've had a good week this week. I know I've been fairly MIA lately. Had a few holidays and things before really getting into the main part of restarting the year. But yeah. Okay. Alright, let's get started. So today I'm going to be doing some plantar surgery. So I'm going to be changing the rings in my Moterm Personal ring bound planner. Now it came with 25mm rings. I didn't realize when I ordered it that it didn't have the 30mm. So we're going to change these over into a 30mm ring set that I bought, and then we're going to plan out the week. So let's get this plantar surgery done. I did check out a couple of videos. Hey everyone who's joining, just seeing you all join up. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this so you can see what I'm working on. Okay, there we go. Alright, planner is the main star of the show. So real quick, that was today. It's actually going pretty well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, how do we want to do this so this doesn't get all messed up? So these are just a little bit too tight for everything I've got in here. And I've got a planner friend, Mel, who we were setting up our planners at the same time for this year. And I was like, you don't need a thick planner, you don't need a chunky planner. Like, pull everything out of your planner, you don't need to have it so overloaded. And then I went and chunked up my planner. So she thought it was quite ironic that that's what ended up happening. Okay, so I want to pull everything out, but I'm going to get a few things out of here. Okay, so I did watch one video on how to do this, and it looked fairly simple. So let's get out of the plastic and take a look. Shout out in the comments, let me know you're watching. Say hey. Have you done this before? Do you have any hot tips for me? Okay. Alright, so looks like it's come with, so this is the 30mm rings that I got from Moterm, and I've got 2 of these screw studs. So first things first, I have a very big screwdriver. Not sure if it'll even fit, but yeah. Okay, very good. It's supposed to be fairly easy. Let's see how we go. Okay, get this done. And I did see that, I think it was Mum Yi Plans that I watched, and she'd used a screwdriver that had like a metallic, a magnet tip, so that she wouldn't lose the screws and stuff. So that's what I decided to grab when I read my toolkit. So I'll pull this up off the post. It's supposed to just come off. Seems fairly well stuck in on this side. There we go. Okay, so that's it. Old rings off. Now I did go for the silver ones again. I didn't see anything in my very limited research that said this had a top or a bottom way to do it. So we're just going to pop it in, and I'm just going to unscrew this from, where'd that go? There we go. And get this open. Okay, and now the magnet tip is making it almost impossible to get it in the right spot. Well, this is fun. Are you seeing this? It's ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Got it in the right spot. Now can I get it to actually grab? Alright. Let's try this again. Now I've got really, really fat fingers, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this by hand, but we'll give it a go. Okay, alright, so I've got it started. Excuse me. Now, because I've gone silver with silver, I could have technically used the screws that I took out originally, and they would have worked just fine. But if you are changing your ring color, because they've got silver, yellow gold, rose gold, and in some of them they've got like a brass color as well. Okay, this is the tricky bit. There we go. Alright, got that started. Come back in with the screwdriver. Whoop. And the great thing is that even if you are changing colours of your rings, you don't have to take out the full back plate that's inside the internals of the planner. It'll go on the original post without any problem. So it makes it super easy. And this is one of the reasons why I do love Moterm, is that it is easy to just upgrade and or replace your rings without too much trouble. Now, I don't know how tight is too tight for this, but we're going to go with that for now. She seems to be sitting fairly snugly and happily. And just put these back together again, just in case I want to use them for another planner, because I've got, oh my god, I just realised I have a couple of personal wide planners from Moterm with the 30mm rings. I could have just pulled the rings out of those because I'm not using that size at the moment. Anyway, could have should have woulda. Alright, I'll get rid of those. So now I've got the 30mm ring set in. Let's reload this planner, and this is going to be the next fun part, I suppose, because there's quite a bit in here. Yeah, it's not cooperating. See, the beauty of doing this on like an edited video is I can usually time lapse this or cut it out completely for you guys. But yeah, now you gotta watch me do it. I'm sorry, I'll go as quickly as I can. Say hey in the chat if you're watching, don't be shy. I'd love to hear from you. Have a bit of a chat while I'm doing this. Okay, so small groups, small piles. Ooh. Okay, today marker in, my weekly marker in. And I'm hoping that everything now will fit in here quite comfortably without necessarily having to cull what I've got in my planner. I still think I need to cull the planner a little bit, to be honest with you, but we'll see. I have a feeling, yeah, it's still going to need a bit of a cull. Because they're not quite all on the ring. At least not the way I wanted it to. Okay, cool. Get rid of these tools because I'm done with those. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Close it. Sits quite nicely. So see, it's nice, still quite nice and chunky, but it's not going to have too much drama. But yeah, these are the crass rings. Definitely worth it. I think it was only about $6 actually on the Moterm. So it was $6 or $7, and ironically I'd ordered, normally I'll get like the international express shipping with these for anything from Moterm, because otherwise it tells you it's going to take 2 months to come. And I was like, I can't justify spending $40 on express delivery for a $6 or $7 item. So I went the standard delivery that was for free, or maybe it was $1 or $2. And it came within 2 weeks. So yeah, I was not planning to be doing plantar surgery quite this quickly. All right, real quick, let's flick through how this week went. It wasn't too bad actually. Like, work was ridiculous as per usual, and to the point where we had dramas on Friday and I ended up having to work all of yesterday from home, so that was fun. But I did manage to do my hair colour, although I did it today because I was working. So I rejigged that. Doing the life plan with me. I did the groceries and the meal plan. The gym did not happen. Nope, it didn't happen. Sorry. No. I did not manage to time block any of this week at work. Oh no, wait, I lied. I had Tuesday and Thursday that I finished on time. But other things were coming up. So sleep was pretty good. Water was really good. Post on Instagram was fairly consistent there. Didn't get a chance to do a lot of these tasks, but I think this one's going to be finished by the end of today, hopefully. And I can get a lot of those done this afternoon, so I might be able to get it finished. Meal plan this week, I mainly concentrated on the dinners. So I did end up putting, if you saw my midweek flip on Instagram, I did end up coming in and filling out a few things. We had pretty good week. I had got the burpees. Had car issues this week. Well, my speedo was out. It's been out for ages. Finally managed to get into the dealership. It was a bit of a drama, so they had my car for 3 days, which made this week really difficult. And sorry, I just got to cover something up. I forgot I hadn't put a sticky note. But yeah, because I put some details about what was happening at work. Brain was fried after Friday. Aiden and Ella came back on Friday night, which was really, really cool. And I keep my kids for another week because we're on 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off at the moment. So that's a bit of that. And then, I did get, what I didn't put up here is on Friday, I forgot to put it down. Friday I did another video, which was my January flip. And I'll do my monthly at some point. Probably come out next week at this point. Yesterday, as I said, it was all about work. Ended up doing all of that. Everything I had planned for yesterday went straight out the window. I literally posted a story saying I was hanging out on the couch with Chloe, my youngest, and we were just chilling out watching a movie while I was going to play on my planner for a bit and do my routines. And as soon as I did that, within 5 minutes, I got called into work. So grand plans for what I wanted to do yesterday, just out the window. But anyway, that's how life goes sometimes. Today's been pretty good. I did clean the office, check out the reel. It was a mess. It was horrible. I actually can't believe it got that bad. And I normally don't let it get that bad before I do a cleanup. But as I said, crazy week. Cool. So I've still got a few things to do today. But all in all, this week was really, 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 really good. I have not done my weekly reflections yet or my weekly actions. I will quickly flash through those while we're setting everything up for this week, but I'm going to do them in my proper MakseLife. Now, if I flick over to my monthly, I just realised I'm going to transfer all of my habits and things into here. If I look at my monthly in terms of what's going to happen for the week, I've got, what's this week? Oh, it's Valentine's Day this week. I've kind of forgotten about that. Dog wash, Kira's got school photos, planner day on Saturday, and my cousin's 30th. The youngest of the cousins is turning 30. Cool. And the girls go back to their dad at the end of the week. So fairly open in terms of activities and stuff like that. Pretty good. Okay, I'm going to really quickly, I just realised I didn't pull out my MakseLife. Let me get that. 1 second. Because, yeah, I'm a professional, not All right, let's pull this to the side. I'm gonna flick it this week. Funnily enough, one of the main reasons why I wanted to clean my desk was because I had completely lost track of this ollie clip. I'd taken it off while I did my monthly setup, and then I could not find it in the mess, and I thought it may have ended up in a bin somewhere. So the joys. I've got this upside down. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's do a quick check off. I actually didn't end up doing my mani-pedi last weekend, and that was because there was dramas here. Anyway, I've been reading Getting Things Done. We did date night. We had Red Hot Chili Peppers. I did my hair that day. We did lunch with Noel and Glennis, which are Brett's parents. And did I do my hair last week? I can't remember. Let me take a look. Hair mask. And that would have been the 5th. No, I didn't. I meant to, but I hadn't done it. Okay. And I did my... There we go. We're on the 12th. Okay, so hair mask. I did not do that one. I did do this one, even though I did it today. And cool. What have I got this week? We've got Valentine's Day. I was thinking to do a date night, but I've got kids that... Oh, let me get you in here. There we go. All right, so Valentine's Day. We have kids, so I think a date night will be kind of limited to at-home activities. No one say anything snarky in the chat. Don't be cheeky. Payday, hair mask and shampoo. I've got to set up a manicure, which will probably be a mani-pedi at this point because I didn't get to do my pedi last week. Alright, so that's that. I was planning to do my routines yesterday, but that didn't happen. I have started locking in my hours, and I have a meeting with my boss tomorrow. Family outings, we didn't get to do one yesterday because, #work. And Planner Day will be this week, so that's on track. Time block ruling my day job. Actually, I just realised I'm checking this off in my monthlies, and I want to take a look at my weekly. Here we go. Okay. So I did half of my hair treatments because I did one today. There we go. Routines, that was supposed to be yesterday. I will have to figure out another time to do that. So can I get it done tonight? No, probably have too much on. That is started. I did talk to my boss, and I've got another meeting with him tomorrow. And we did not do a family outing, but we did do a games night instead. Because to be honest with you, I was so fried last night after work and after a very hectic week. So I'm going to consider that kind of a tick, just because we did spend time with the kids and doing the family thing, but yeah, it was not the intention of the goal, if that makes sense, since work gets across. Time block work. What did I note down? I mean, technically it's a no because I worked on the weekend. I've got 2 ticks for this week. Okay. Instagram daily. It's almost a yes. A second, I should give myself 7 little dotty dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I did 6 out of 7. So nearly, but no banana. And I did 2 YouTubes. Actually, technically, I've got 3 because this is my 3rd. Yay! Okay, that one worked. And I have my list of things that I want to do for February new releases. Designing was something I was going to be doing yesterday. I'm not going to keep harping on it. I'm not salty. I'm not upset. Yeah. Anyway. Schedule catch up with Lani. I did message her, and I think she replied just as I was jumping onto the live stream. So I'm sure we'll get that sorted by the end of the day. But for now, yeah. Done maths with Kira. We've caught up almost completely, and I think we've got one more episode to watch before tonight's couples therapy sessions. So yeah, very good. Wednesday with Chloe. There have been some challenges on this front. Kids are fun. So that's all I'm going to say about that, but it's a no. Alright, gym, that didn't happen. Sleep. Look, so far, Thursday was the only night I did not get a full 7 hours sleep. So I'm going to give myself a tick for that because I'm going to be kind to myself here. Water has been good, and on that note, excuse me. Cheers. Should have done that before I drank, but anyway, you know what I mean. Okay, meal plan for next week. I did that. Reading, getting things done. I did a little bit of that. I'm not going to consider that a full tick. I did not do daily journaling, but I did 3 out of 4 days. Actually, 4 out of 7 days because I didn't give myself a tick for today, and I have been in my planner today, and I'm currently in my planners. So 4 out of 7, is that a tick? I'll give myself a dot to say that it was partial. That didn't happen. February budget, I'm going to be doing that tonight. Clean house with inspection, that didn't happen. But we did do some stuff here. But I'll book the council pickup tonight. Okay, so that's the actions. Real quick, let's do the reflections. What do I want to use for this? I might use the Maxi color actually. The grey, that's what I'm going to use. Where is it? There it is. Actually, changed my mind. I'm going to use the other grey. The cool grey that came in last year's sets. Which lives in here. Very good. So, yep, this one is the mild cool grey. So, very good. Again, when I've got a normal edited video, you guys get spared the piece by piece of all of this. I'll make this as quick as possible, I promise. So if you're watching live, jump into the chat, let me know how you're going, let me know what you think. Say hey. Because I'd love to hear from you. Alright, biggest wins for the week. Okay, not that pen. What can I use? What can I use? Point two. Alright, 0.2 uni pin in the pigment ink. Alright. The only thing about this paper is it doesn't like mild liners very much. Well, I should say the ink just kind of sits on top of the paper for a little bit, and it's really hard to write over it really quickly, particularly when you're in a hurry. Okay, biggest wins. And that's what I wanted. So I'm just going to use my Jetstream. Yes, I'm still on the ballpoint, although there is a contender for new Ride or Die. Let's see if it's got it in here. So, actually, I might use this one. So this is a Sarasa Nano in 0.3. I got this, I'm pretty sure I got this from either May Paper Co. or Bumbugu in Melbourne. I'm not quite sure. But she writes really nice. Really, really nice. But yeah, so biggest wins. speedo check. Cadmium and aircon regas. Now, these seem like very small things, but in the middle of a Sydney summer, that's finally decided to kick in and hit 38 degrees. Yeah, you need some aircon. It gets hot. What other biggest wins did I have? What other biggest wins did we have? Sometimes it's kind of hard to see the good stuff, to be honest with you, when you've had such a long, busy week. Especially when you've had to work the weekend. It's just really hard to see the good stuff. But yeah. Try and sleep. And to be honest with you, this sounds silly. But when I sleep properly and I drink enough water, I tend to have a better week stress-wise. So definitely a good thing. Oh, and I cleaned my desk today. Which was not actually on the to-do list, but definitely needed to be done. As in, it wasn't in the list of things here when I was envisaging the week. But yeah. Hold please. I don't know if you can hear my daughters. They're upstairs and they're giggling like crazy. All I can hear is giggle, giggle, gaggle, gaggle. Okay, give that a minute to dry. So this one is going to be, I'm sorry, I keep flicking because I've got the prompts kind of written down. This is the only thing I don't like about this. Like, they've got them here, but they don't really have like structured places to write things in the MakseLife. So yeah, what's working? Daily planner time, because I can rearrange my day based on things that have changed, because life changes. It's part of life. But yeah, so I can kind of see what I'm moving and actively decide what's the priority. But yeah, it's just been one of those weeks. Hey Samantha, thanks for jumping into the chat. Let me just put you up. Give me 1 second. I've just noticed you in here. Welcome, welcome. And let me do a little bit of technical stuff. So Samantha, it's been really hard to get the right insert size. I know we've been chatting a little bit on Insta. Let me know, how's it going? What's going wrong? I definitely want to find out what's going on here. And I've actually been thinking I'm going to be doing a video about how to cut down the inserts. So let me know in the comments if that's something that you want to see. But yeah, it's definitely something I have been thinking about doing. And what's going on here? So I'm just doing a little bit of moving around. There we go. All right, now what else is working? So moving my weekly actions into my planner. I'm going to say my everyday carry. And I've definitely been getting the kids to help me out with the chores and things. Okay, they're definitely big wins, especially in this household. Oh, okay, let's do this one. Sorry, that's what's working. So what's working? What size planner are you using, Samantha? I'm curious. I know we were talking about a personal size, but is it that one? Okay, next one. What's not working? Give that a second. Okay. What's not working? Yes, please. Samantha, I'm assuming you're saying yes, please to the video on how to cut down the inserts. Chuck me a thumbs up emoji in the chat if that's what it is. And I will get that on the plan for next week. How does that sound? What's not working? Still not managing the time block, the day job. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a project manager in a finance and technology company, and yeah, we've got a couple of big projects going on and a lot of priorities popping up at the same time. But yeah, it means I'm in too many meetings during the day, which means I've got too much actual work to do in the evening, which means I can't do anything other than that, or I'm just zonked from talking all day long. So something I'm going to keep working on. Able to get my actual job done. What else isn't working? Because then that's kind of flowing into like not having design time, not having a lot of time to really read. Journaling, that's all on me. I still haven't put my journal back on my bedside since we came back from New Zealand, so that's all on me. That's location. But yeah, it gets to the end of the night and I just don't even have headspace to start looking at to-do lists. Like I was editing the January flip the other night after midnight, and while it was encoding, I was quickly going through my to-do list to see, okay, well, I've got to get Chloe's back to school stuff, and I've got to get I had to do the meal plan, I had to do the grocery order and all of that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just do that now since I'm stuck waiting for this computer to do what it's got to do so I can actually post the video and have it ready to be posted. Because I normally have them post up at 6 a.m. Sydney time. And yeah, it was just like, that was the only time I had to actually sit down and do these like life admin stuff. And by that point, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. It was ridiculous. And that's why Thursday was the only night. Thumbs up to cut the inserts. Awesome. And you're in a Moterm Personal Planner, so similar to this one. Excellent. All right. So I'll get that video out for you. Well, I'll get that video recorded this week and hopefully out latest by the end of next week. So yeah. Okay. So time blocking is definitely not working because it's kind of having a flow-on effect into everything. Because if I'm not actually working, I'm too zonked. And Okay, that's the main thing, and I think that's kind of like the starting point to half of my troubles. And improvements and adjustments. I already know what I need to do here. Like, it's a conversation I have with my boss on a fortnightly basis. He's like, Sandra, you have too many meetings. And he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. But who else is going to go to them when you're trying to run the project? And you're trying to get the client across the line and everything. So 100% I take his point. But I think I just need to figure out. I've got to lock in some focus time into my calendar. To give myself time every day to actually do some work as opposed to just be in meetings. And we've got a thing at work with, it's called Meeting Free Wednesdays. And you're not supposed to schedule regular meetings on a Wednesday afternoon. And I used to love that because I was guaranteed about 4 or 5 hours of focus time. And occasionally people would call and just be like, hey, can I talk to you about something? Because it was something they needed help with. It wasn't a meeting, it was like problem or task-based discussion. So yeah, like it's still productive in a way. You can kind of keep them to like 15 minutes. But at the moment, I'm literally doing like 6 to 8 hours worth of meetings, and it's just not sustainable. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go through my calendar tomorrow and shuffle a few things around, I think, because this week was already looking pretty hairy. Okay, so that was what I got done last week off my action list. That's my reflections. Let's quickly get the weekly actions done for this week. We'll put him away so I don't accidentally get him mistaken. Yeah, over there. Bring in my MakseLife colours. Okay, so probably don't need. Actually, I know what I'm going to use these for. So the mild liners I'm going to use at the end to highlight the habits, because that worked really well last week. Oh, I didn't highlight the habits. When did I highlight the habits? Oh, I highlighted them in here. Right, okay. I'm going to bring that into the weekly. I think I'm going to bring that into the weekly. So let's move a few things around, make sure I've got you in the right spot. All right. So let's first of all start with, have I got anything on this week? Because we're doing the 13th to the 19th. I've got a hair mask, so hair treatments, and I'm going to do a mani-pedi. So actually, routines is at the top of the list because that didn't happen yesterday. And I'm actually really liking having, like, when it's something that has like multiple actions, having like individual check-offs for them, because it just helps me in terms of assessing, well, how, if I missed the target that I set for myself that week, how far did I really miss it by? And again, just kindness for myself, if that makes sense. All right, fun and recreation. Actually, so I've got that. I'm gonna check. So write down routines. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And the skincare, so the hair care one's happening kind of on its own already because I've already put the dates in. I've got Planner Day, and I've got my cousin's birthday as well. I just got it on my finger. Alright, so plenty of fun and recreation to be had this week. Planner Day, Ryan's birthday, that, and I'll lock in my days off with my boss. Did you hear that? That was my child. That was my eldest child. Kira, are you okay? Yeah. What was that blood-curdling scream about? Okay. It's okay. Hi, YouTube. Kira says hi, YouTube. Chloe says hi. They apologize for the noise. I don't know if you can hear them. Oh, God. Okay. The joys of live streaming when the family's home. It's 30th. Cool. Alright, so some fun stuff on the plans for this week. I'm actually looking forward to a lot of that. Okay, work. I don't have any dates in here. And time block. Work. Instagram daily. YouTube videos. We're probably going to end up with 3 next week. So I want to do the video on how to cut the inserts. So print and cut. Because I've got 2 different methods for the cutting, depending on the type of cutter that you've got. So let me know what type of cutter you've got, Samantha. Just make sure that I've got you covered there. So this is one of them that I've got. So it's your regular kind of Blade Runner type thing. And there's actually a really cool way that I found out from, it was Tiffany Plans. I'll have to double check. It was one of her videos where she doesn't actually cut directly, like she doesn't cut the full page. That sounds weird. You'll know what I mean when you see the video. And then I've got a really, really big, like my big Bertha, which is a massive paper cutter. And with that one, you're basically cutting from end to end on the page. You can't cut parts of it. So that one's a different way of doing it. So those are the 2 ways that I'll demonstrate. So we've got that. I've got my February setup video, and then, oh no, it'll be 2. Very good. Very good. Yeah, because I'll film my weekly, but it'll get posted on Monday. So that won't fall into this week. So yeah. Alright, so we're going to have 2 videos, and then I've got to keep moving on my new releases. So new releases for this month. Let me just double check my list before I absolutely mess this up. So, no, that's my February planner setups. February planner, February new releases. So I'm looking at the daily inserts. There's 3 different versions in that, my routines and the meal plans. So that's limited release in the sense that I'm not going to do a whole stack of them. I also have a getting things done bundle that I'm working on. Working on. It's already in my planner. I've just got to like do the designs to make them bigger. I just heard someone, and I don't know who it was. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and oh, that was one of the children's. The aforementioned children's. Yeah, so a couple of the designs I've already got the base designs like in a personal size, but I haven't resized them for the other planners. So yeah, it's a fair amount of work to do that part of it. But yeah, okay, so that's work part done. Family and relationships. I got the girls for another week. And as much as I'm exhausted, and I'm really exhausted, I'm really exhausted. I'm really exhausted because it's a lot more running around to do the school pickups and the drop-offs and stuff. I'm loving having them home because I missed them for 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm going to preemptively put Lani Catch Up in here. Now, this may end up being deleted. Like I said, I'm pretty sure she responded to my message just as I was jumping on this live stream. But yeah, so we got maths with Kira, and we're gonna have to watch Wednesday with Chloe. We keep trying to watch it and it just doesn't happen. Alright, so that's family and relationships in terms of what I would normally do. We do have Valentine's Day, but Brett and I don't really do anything for Valentine's Day. We just kind of hang out and make sure that we've got, actually that might be what we do for Valentine's Day, is we just make sure that we have time on the couch after the kids go to bed just to watch a show and spend some time together. That might be the way that we do this. Okay, so alright, gym. Let's try again for the gym. Sleep. And 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to do water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then meal plan for next week. The kind of recurring ones, and that's pretty much what I've got on my monthlies. So that is done. Very good. I'm going to start moving a little bit quicker, I think. And keep reading. Daily journaling, daily planner time, monthly memory keeping. I'll probably have to start working on that, but I think it's done. And planner time. Okay, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, interesting. Okay, so I'm doing my budget tonight, so that's going to mean weekly check-in. And transaction logging. Come on through, K-Bug. It's all good. She's shy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that's very good. Okay, so what do we have? Real estate inspection, clean top to bottom. Garage declutter. I will book the council pickup today, and from there we'll figure out when we're going to do the declutter. In terms of, yep, so that's going to happen today. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I can really do. Excuse me. And on that note, cheers. Okay, physical environment. I think this week is just going to be a maintenance week, to be honest with you. Need to book inspection. And I need to sort out lease. Alright, that's what we got for actions. Now, I'm going to we'll pull the dot markers back now. That's all done. And we'll quickly just go in and highlight the habits. So, whoop. Okay. Alright, sleep, water, Oop. We've got to change pens there. Journaling. Plenty of time because I've got 7 spots. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. And 6. Although I prefer to have time block, to be honest with you. Because that one's kind of more important. I think I'm going to put the time block in my planner instead of the Instagram one. Because the Instagram one seems to be just happening right now. And the time blocking of my work hours is going to, it's a habit I more want to focus on, if that makes sense, as much as I enjoy doing the Instagramming and all of that. I'm going to get more benefit out of getting this time block situation under control. Okay, so I've done my weekly actions. I know exactly what tasks I need to work into my plan this week. I have my monthly that is telling me what time appointments I have. Get you into frame because that might be helpful. So I know from here what I've got to do for the week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out next week's spread. Now I am going to transfer all of these, all the weekly actions into here, so I've got them to carry around with. Okay. Alright, so for now, let's move this over here. Bring my monthly there. I know you can't see it, I'm sorry, but we're really here to do the weekly now, aren't we? Okay. Alright, so we're going to plan out the week of the 13th through the 19th. I probably should have said that at the beginning. Anyway, hashtag professional. Not. Alright. What have I got in terms of supplies? You've all been seeing my little colour stash here, so nothing's really changing. I've got my 3 kind of, I hate the word, but the aesthetic highlighter sets. So 3 colours that I've been using. I've got my, this one's the greyish green dot marker, zig dot marker that I've been using as my standard go-to. I also have the oatmeal and the power moss that I've been bringing in occasionally, but these, not really bringing them into my weekly all that much. So they may come in, they may not. And I have these Tombos in here. I haven't really used them yet in the planner, but they keep getting shuffled around in my pencil case. Right now they look pretty, and that's enough. But we'll see if we pull them into the actual spread. For now, these ones are probably the ones that I'll be sticking with in terms of colour. It is going to be another pen / marker only spread at the moment, especially while I'm still getting my head around a smaller size, because all the icons that I have, they're just too big, and I really don't want to go out and spend a ridiculous amount of money on finding another shop that does smaller icons and then replacing everything. So the other things I'm likely to use in here. So these are all my so in this pencil case I tend to have all of my other on the go pens that I might have. The other ones for my colours, these are more blacks. So I might use this one. I'll keep this one. So this one's the cool grey that I used earlier. And then I've got the Uni Pen pigment markers in 0.2, 0.5 and 0.8. Unlikely that I'll use the 0.8 in this spread just because it's too thick and heavy, so I'll pop that one away. But the 0.5 and the 0.2 may make an appearance, and then I'll have the oil-based marker version in the 0.01. It's called 01. Just in case I end up writing on some sort of a transparent sticky note or anything like that. Okay, so that's that. I am thinking that I am going to use the Sarasa Nano for this spread, not the Jetstream. What I've been noticing with the Jetstream is, as much as I've been enjoying using it, when I pop it into this pen clip here, so it's a metal pen clip that I got from May Paper Co. What it's doing, and I don't know if you can tell, let's see if I can bring it up so you can see it, the rubber guard is getting kind of squished up, and so it's starting to overlap the barrel, and it's just because it's in that metal pen clip. So I've tried to kind of like squish it back in, but every time I pop it back into the thing, it has a bit of a drama again. So I think I'm going to retire the Jetstream for a little while. I have replacement inks and stuff like that for it, so it's not completely gone. It's not completely gone. She'll be back. But I'm thinking that I'm going to give this one a go. So let's see if it fits. It does fit, and it does slide in quite nicely. Not loving the colour of it for this planner, so if it ends up working out, I may get it in a different colour. I'm pretty sure it comes like in a brown or something like that. But anyway, I digress. I keep getting distracted. Okay, so what are we doing first? Let's start with the custody. And I am going to quickly just take a look, because last week I used, what are the mild liner colours? Is this one? The mild beige. Mild beige? Yeah, mild beige from the 2020 collection. And what I found was it's a little bit too warm for these really nice muted colours. Like, it popped a little bit too much. Like, it's all I see. It draws my eye more than anything else on the page. So I'm not going to use that one this time. I'm going to use this one, which, let me show you a colour comparison. Oh, that's a good colour comparison because I've got all 3 colours on here. So that's it there. So it's a nice, cool, muted beige colour as opposed to a warmer one. So that's what we're going to go with. Pop the kids in first. Now Aiden and Ella have already been picked up for the weekend. Their mum Hayley just picked them up literally just before the start of the live stream. And we had a good weekend with both sets of kids. It's been a while since we've had all 6 of us together, so it was actually really nice. Okay, now I'm just going to let that sit for a second, because what I've been finding is if I pull the ruler out too quickly, I end up like with this smearing situation, and it's not pretty. It's just not the business. I sent you the trimmer I'm using. Thanks, Samantha. I'll take a look. I'm assuming it came through on Insta? Question mark. I'll take a look out for it when I get off here and see if I can. Hopefully it's similar to one of the ones that I have, and that way I can at least tailor it a little bit. Okay, so in terms of important days, we've got Valentine's Day, and Kira's got her school photos on Thursday, so they're the 2 full day things. And as much as I said I didn't want to use stickers, I've been loving these dewdrops. Like, yeah. So, oh wait, might help if it's in frame. I've been using these dewdrops to kind of just pop in a bit of colour on the dailies. I just don't know if it's going to be too big for a weekly though. Oh no, I did use it on this week. Alright, I'm going to do that. Now what colour do I want to use? Because I've been using marine, sage and nude. And these actually have been living in the back pocket of my planner. So I've always got them with me. Which I never used to do that, particularly in the Kiki. There just wasn't really a place to put it. That it didn't just poof up the planner or get damaged. So I'm going to go with sage. Sarah, if you're watching this, sage, everything sage, please. I know you popped up a thing a couple of weeks ago for the washi tape. Sage, please. I just love this colour. I just love this colour. Oh, before I do that, since it is Valentine's Day, oh, that's the colours. Pull out my icons. One on here. Okay. Alright, so this one down. And I think we might do an in-home date. It's kind of quite nice. Okay, I like that. And I'm just using the Unipin Pigment Ink marker in 0.5 for this one. How do I do this? And sorry, I actually write really slow when I'm doing cursive. I have to really concentrate on giving everything the right proportion. Alright, Valentine's Day. And the other thing that we've got is, might help if I'm actually flicking to the monthly. Can I just say this is kind of why I love reading down planners, because you can just flip around. It's part of the fun. Okay, so Valentine's Day, and then Kira's school photos, and I had to stick with that. If you're a fan of Chrissy Ann Designs, then you'll know that quote. As much as I'm a fan of Chrissy Ann Designs, I can't justify the cost. It's more the shipping cost, to be honest with you. I'd have to make a ridiculously huge order to justify the shipping cost from the States. And that's kind of how I feel about Cloth and Paper, and the Planner Spot, and a whole bunch of other shops I would love to be able to get my hands on some things from. But like I said, it's the shipping cost that get me every time. And I know you can get like free shippers or freight forwarders, I think they're called. So it gets all delivered to one place in the States, and then they kind of package it all up for you. But I've heard that it can actually be just as expensive, to be honest with you. And I don't really want to, again, make 4 or 5 orders from a couple of different places to make it worth it. Like, that's a lot more money than I want to spend on it. School photos. Alright, so there's that. Alright, so that's the all days, and I don't have a lot of timed appointments this week either. So Wednesday, we've got the dog wash. I just realised I didn't put my work hours in. I went straight to the planning. Oh well, do that next. 11 a.m. dog wash. And I know I have a sticker for that, but I think I've got enough. Might just hold them for like the all day stuff as much as possible. So I've got the dog wash on Wednesday, and then Saturday is a big day. So 11 a.m. 11 a.m. is planner day. And then at 6 p.m. I've got my cousin's birthday party. Do this the other way around, I think. Ryan's 30th. And I know what I'm going to do. So appointments I'm going to do in this greyish green, and then tasks I'm going to do in the oatmeal. So because I've got planner day and I've got Ryan's 30th, I'm going to make sure that I do my hair, because I actually have that on. Yeah, it's on the 18th. So on my monthly schedule for my goals, I've got my hair mask and shampoo, but I might do a hair mask and colour again just to zhuzh it up. Because I'll do that in between planner day and Ryan's birthday at the very, very, very latest. So hair mask and colour. And what day of the week do I have the other one on? On Thursday. Actually, Thursday's not really working for me. I put it in my monthly planner on Thursdays, but it ends up being too close to Saturday. So Tuesday I'm going to be in the office. I'm going to put it here. And this is just a hair mask. If you are thinking, wow, Sandra, you're spending a lot of time in your hair lately. Yes, a hairdresser absolutely destroyed my hair. And that's the kindest way I can put it. So, I liked the way I did it last week. So, with one little exception. Okay, so I'm going to use the lighter of the greens. Do that. And I think I said last week that I was going to look at maybe getting some stickers for this. But I just want to see how I want to do this first before I jump into any more sticker orders for a little while. Just because I ordered a lot last year. Like a lot. And I just need to give my bank account a chance to catch up a little bit. So, work. Home. And because it's a kid week, I normally get home from the school drop off about 9:15, 9:20. I'm usually already on my first meeting by that point, to be honest with you. So 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now on Tuesday I have to go into the office. Non-negotiable. I have my whole team coming in, or I have a good chunk of my team coming in to work on something, but I'll be finishing early because I have to go and pick up the kids. So that actually guarantees my time blocking, to be honest with you. Work. It's only when I'm home that it really gets crazy. Most of the time when I'm in the office, I can keep the time blocking fairly well organised, particularly if it's a kids' week, because I have to leave to pick up the kids. So I've got no choice. And yes, there are backup plans I can call into action for emergencies at work, but to be honest with you, why did I do that? Because I was talking about the office. It's supposed to be at home. I don't want to go to the office on Thursday. I might leave it there just in case I have to go in. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Actually, yeah. You know what? Because I didn't go in last Tuesday. And again, it guarantees my time blocking. And that's going to be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I'm hoping it won't take that long because it's a Friday and I already did overtime this Friday that just went. Okay, so there's that. Let me just make sure I don't have any more timed appointments. No, we're good. All right. Now, in terms of, we'll call them, I'm just going to move some things around here so that I can actually see both planners at the same time, because I want to see last week's weekly or this week's weekly and my goals planner at the same time, because I've got payday. See, this is why I have to see both planners at the same time, and that is on Wednesday. Which colour? Sage? Oh, you had sage there. I really want to use marine. Okay, I'll use the nude. By process of elimination, I have made a decision because I suck at making decisions. Which is hilarious because I did it again. My life is about making decisions. I'm sure everyone's life is about making decisions, don't get me wrong. But sometimes the analysis paralysis gets to me. So all of these stickers, by the way, I haven't mentioned, all of these stickers are from Creative Sticker Co. Whether they've got them things or not. At one stage I did have all of them in like a little sticker album thingy. And so when I didn't like that anymore, I just cut the pages out and reorganized everything back into the old style album that I used to like. Alright, so picking up the 05 again. I'm going to do Payday. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, now gym. 2 days. I said that I wanted to go 2 days this week. Let's figure this out. So any day that I'm here with, that I'm working from home is a better option than a day that I'm running around from the office, because normally I would go from the office. Well, the idea was to go from the office directly to the gym, and I've got the kids this week, so that's not a good idea because basically I won't see them. Also, I have to pick them up and do all the things, so that's no, not gonna work. All right, let's go for Monday, and actually that will help with the time blocking. And Wednesday. Okay. And I'm going to make that 7 p.m. And actually, I'm going to make that 9 p.m. And there's a reason why, and I'll explain it in a minute. Because I got the kids, I was thinking like it's a time block. So if I have to go to the gym, then I have to stop work. But I've got the kids, so I've got to cook them dinner. And I can't be cooking them dinner if I'm at the gym. So yeah, okay. Hopefully I will get a mani-pedi in on Sunday, to be honest with you. But because I worked on Saturday, I might be able to get a day in lieu. And if I get a day in lieu, that's going to be Friday. So let's see where I'm going. But I haven't got that approved yet, so it's not on my planner. If I have to change the planner, so be it. So in terms of, I'll flick over to here. So I'm going to flick into my goals planner. Let me clean some of this up, because now I am buried in pens again. Quickly get these in. Just so that I can work with the space I got. Okay. Alright, let's move that over there. So, what I want to do is come in here, bring this down. Beautiful. Now I've got something to look at. Alright, so hair treatments, I've already got them in. Mani-pedi, I'm going to hopefully get that in on Sunday or Friday. Sleep and water. So sleep is 7 to 8 hours. Any more than 8 and I am just as cranky as if I had 3. So 8 hours is the limit. Water is 2 to 3 litres. It's been really hot, so journaling. Plan a time. Time block work. And I want to do the transaction logging. And I might have to make this list bigger going forward so that it's got 7 on here instead of 6. But anyway, I digress. Constantly thinking about ways to improve those inserts. Because as you use them, right, as you use them, you kind of think about how you can make them better and all the things. So, like I said, I'm constantly thinking about things. And I just realised I closed that without grabbing all the actions for this week. And again, I'm hearing my kids screaming. Let me quickly double check this, because I think I pulled everything out. but I am wondering if I missed something. Clean the day run, reduce days, learning catch up. Okay, well that will get scheduled. So learning catch up, that will get scheduled. Maths happens when maths happens. Gym I've put in, reading, I'll figure that out. I'm actually thinking I'm going to go to the audiobook, to be honest with you. I'm thinking the audiobook is going to help if I'm in the car for so many hours a day. Book inspection and sort out the lace. So inspection and lace, they're the two. I knew it. I knew I had a few things to put in here. So we're going to book the inspection and we'll sort out the lace situation. Cool. Quickly double check. Oh, the meal plan. That's right. Because that was the thing that prompted me the other night. Because I had it on my weekly. And Wednesday seems to be the day. I actually did it on Thursday night. I mean, it was after midnight on Thursday night. So it was technically Friday morning. And I managed to get the groceries delivered on Friday day. I don't understand how that happened. It has never worked out for me that way in the past. So we're going to be better with that. I think I was just lucky the universe was on my side. So meal plan and grocery order. Okay, because then once I get the delivery window, I'll pop that in. So with this week, I actually did the grocery order on Thursday, as I said. So I just pop in the details in my weekly and then it ends up transferred onto my daily. So I'll put little dotted lines in terms of when the delivery windows are, so I know when I either need to be home or need to organise something. But yeah, okay, I think that's pretty much it for the moment, to be honest with you. What do you think? Again, it doesn't look that heavy on the planner. Like when I'm looking at the spread, it doesn't look that bad. And I know it's not going to be this easy a ride this week, especially with all the things going on with work. But hopefully I will get a chance to do some designing because I really, really, really want to get some new releases up this month. And I've got 2 videos to kind of do. And yeah, it's going to be a good week. I hope you've got a good week coming up. Thanks for joining me while I kind of did this live. I'm still a little bit rusty on this. So I appreciate your patience. And thanks for joining me. Thanks, Sam, for jumping in. I'll check in my inbox soon. And yeah, there'll be some more videos coming out this week, hopefully 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell and do all the things. And check out my Instagram. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. But have a great Sunday. Have a great week. Stay safe. I'll catch you later.